So when you're thinking about the activity that you just did, I want you to think about how it was that you were able to breathe. You know that breathing involves the respiratory system at its core, but breathing involves a lot more than just the respiratory system. So let's think about what all the different jobs of several different systems could be. And I want you to fill this in as we go. I have a word bank down here for us to choose from. So think about each answer as we walk along. So let's start with the respiratory system itself and what its main jobs are. So when we think about breathing in, you're breathing in oxygen. And when you breathe back out, you're breathing back out carbon dioxide. We know that from cellular respiration. But where does it go? It has to work with other systems in order for that oxygen to get where it needs to go. And so the respiratory system gets oxygen and it sends it to the blood of the circulatory system. So in this spot, we'll put oxygen. So oxygen goes into the blood. And then once the oxygen is into the blood, the circulatory system, the heart, pumps the blood. So it carries oxygen to cells in the body, and it picks up carbon dioxide because each cell is making carbon dioxide as it's creating energy. So from every cell in the body, the circulatory system is delivering oxygen and picking up carbon dioxide. So really there could be an arrow going to and from every single system on this page. We'll just keep it boxed out, knowing that it could go out to every single system. So we know oxygen gets carried into the circulatory system, and then what leaves the circulatory system over here is going to be carbon dioxide. Is returned back to the lungs so that it can leave the body. And it's carried there by blood. So the heart pumps, sends blood. Now, there's other systems that are involved as well. We know that we need to keep our lungs protected, and the way that happens is our rib cage. So if you think about your rib cage and your sternum, those are some very strong bones that protect our lungs. There's also a muscle when you breathe in. There's a muscle called the diaphragm. Right at the base of your ribs is where it runs. And when that muscle contracts and relaxes, it controls the space inside your lungs. And so it allows for your lungs to either expand, it allows the space to get bigger so your lungs can expand, or that space contracts and gets smaller, which causes your lungs to force air out. So the diaphragm is a muscle that contracts and relaxes to control when you breathe. And the way that your muscle knows to contract or relax is from your nervous system. So your brain sends messages to the diaphragm so that the diaphragm knows when it should contract and relax based on how much oxygen and carbon dioxide is throughout your cell, throughout your body, in your cells. And so all of these different systems work together in order to help you function.